Hello, this is Robert Smith. I'm in Timoleague County Court, Ireland. And I received an email from someone says she bought several of the DVDs and she's wanting to figure out how to get rid of her depression. You'll hear cars from in the background. There's a car rally where they have this track. I guess they travel all through Ireland. But anyway, they ask, how do you get rid of depression? How do you address depression? And so one of the things that I have discovered about depressed people, or people who have depression or create depression, there's several modalities in how they do that. One is that they were raised by someone who also had depression. So that means they have emotional conditionings in and around depression. Now, depression is an internal process. It's a belief system. It's an attitude about self and what we do to ourselves. And there is a comfort to it, even though you say there isn't, but there is, because you're doing it. And the reason that there's a comfort to it is because maybe someone who you love, who raised you, who was depressed. And so you're mirroring and mimicking their behaviors. And so one of the things that you can do is, one, go back and address the memories of seeing your mother depressed or your father depressed, and you start addressing the emotions and the memories about them being depressed. And you can still love them but not be depressed and not act like them. So that's one way. Now there's a big complexity to this. It's not just an easy one wham, thank you ma'am, it's all gone. I don't know if I should have said one ma'am, thank you ma'am. But anyway, it's not just one hit, because there's such a deep structure in which we've learned how to cope with the world. And so what you do is you go to every memory and every experience that represents your parents or yourself being depressed. And I always say, do the big list. The big list will be everything that's ever affected you from birth all the way up to present, and memories and how people treated you, times and places you felt depressed or experienced depression. And then you always will notice that there's certain places and certain times that you will produce, manifest, or experience depression. A lot of times people say, well, isn't depression just a chemical problem? I said it's just as a chemical problem as happiness, because your mind will create chemicals in your body to make it feel whatever you're thinking. So one, there's an attitude and belief about yourself. When you look at yourself, what is it I feel about myself? What am I so angry, and why am I taking this out on myself? You may look at the experiences, the experiences and what you've experienced, what you experience, traumas, physical, emotional traumas, the death of a loved one. Some will start creating depression because someone died. And so what you do is you look back at your experiences, whether it's death, divorce, lost your job, it's a numbers of things. There's many ways to create depression as there are to roam. So one thing you can do is, first, write your list. Two, start cleaning it up. Now you have to understand, the depressed feelings are based on emotional conditioning and what you think and say to yourself. So it's maybe the pictures inside your mind. If you have images in your mind about certain things and it makes you feel bad, change the pictures. Make peace with the memories. Now you have to realize too that memories are internally generated. They're created within you. That means it's your brain, and you can change what you look, and you can also change the memory, because the memories aren't permanent, they're not stuck. And if they were permanent and stuck, then you'd never want to improve your memory because it's so perfect. Well, memory is a muscle. And so depending on what you choose to exercise, such as bad memories, good memories, the more your life changes. So one thing I suggest is writing your long list, then start tapping it out, cleaning it up, and releasing and letting it go. The second thing you can do is buy you a journal called the Happy Journal. And in the Happy Journal, you write all the good experiences and the good things that you've experienced in life. Start practicing feeling good. And some people say, well, it's a lot of work feeling good. I said, well, it's more work feeling bad, but it's easier because you've been practicing. It's like anything else, it's a skill. So go in, start releasing, and start working on yourself. Guys, if it's in you, it's in you. And if you get it out, you release it, not just understand it, but change the emotional impact, the emotional feelings, the association to it, then your life will change. So again, own up to what you have within you and change what you have within you. That's the real deal. Change you, change how you feel, change how you represent things. And of course, on my videos, I believe it's like 247 through 252 or so, I have how to do the happy journal. So do the happy journal. People who are depressed usually have the unhappy journal within their minds. So we want to practice feeling good. So that's one thing you can do. Several things. And another thing said, well, what DVD set would I buy to help me with that? And I would say probably, I mean, they're all good, but the relationship seminar, because really all of our problems, every one of them starts with a relationship with our parents, relationship with whoever it is that had an emotional impact. And then what you do is you start working your list, start creating peace within your life, and then help heal your life. And so I always suggest watch the YouTube videos on YouTube, tap along, look for your problem, create changes. So this is Robert Smith. And you hear the rally in the background, and we're at a friary, Timberlea Friary, which is basically in ruins now, but it's really cool looking. So anyway, this is Robert Smith, and keep on tapping on you and change your life. Feel good for no reason. There's a skill to it. Talk to you later. Bye.